Oh,
85.
we in there. Episode 85. What up, man? Figuring Shit Out Podcast. It is I, King Arthur. Unify and thrive. Don't y'all forget it. Y'all know what time it is. Frank, what's going on with
Yes.
you over there, Brody?
You already know what it is. Check out my websites, lucidperspective.com and then cyberbunny.com. I'm doing some work. I'm making some changes there. So be on the lookout for that. As King Arthur stated, this is Figuring Shit Out, episode 85. We have Dora Breaux of DBStudios. She's a photographer. Right now, she's in, can I say that or no? Is it like OPSEC? I can't
Fine.
say where
No, it's
you
fine.
are.
It's
Okay.
fine.
I'm sick.
Yeah, you don't play with this stuff. I know. I work on government stuff. Um, she's out of the country. It is 4 a.m. where she is, but she's meeting us
Yeah,
anyway for some reason. So we appreciate you for
that's
that.
right. We international with it.
Facts. Our second internet, we talked to somebody out there before, and it
This is
was
our
like,
third.
really?
Oh, okay.
Because
Okay, that makes
um,
sense.
the Hill guy, he's in UK.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So this is our third one. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
dope. So our very first question we ask every guest, right, that comes on the show is, what was your figuring shit out moment? Any moment in your life you had an
Mm.
epiphany, the skies opened up, sunshine came down, and your life changed for the better. What do you have for us as far as your figuring shit out moment?
I believe my figure shit out moment for my entrepreneurship journey. I've always been that type of person. I actually went to school for entrepreneurship in Providence, Rhode Island, and then quickly realized like I don't really need a degree in entrepreneurship per se. And that's when I joined the military as well. But recently, after I got out in 2015, I went back to school, got a degree in photography, wanted to do something more creative versus formal because my first degree is in business.
Mhm.
And um, my last government job was working for the Naval Hospital, and there was a
Okay.
leadership turnover. And it wasn't a good leadership turnover for me, for me.
Happens.
And then my husband was like, hey, like you're really doing full-time, making full-time money in your entrepreneur, in your small business. Why don't you just do it full-time? And I
Mhm.
was like, okay. So it was
Sky
that
opened
faith.
up.
Yeah, yeah. It was that faith in him. From him saying, hey, you can do this full-time. I knew that I can do it, but when you're in a stable job, you're trying to get that retirement check, you just like, I'm just gonna go all in doing that. And I just be my side hustle. So that was 2 years ago, and I'm still here doing this full time.
that's major. Shout out to the support systems. Shout
Yes,
out to the
absolutely.
support systems.
That's
Right.
Absolutely.
huge. That's huge.
Encouraging you to do, encouraging you to be you, encouraging you to do you, and
Yep.
being there just to, not even hold your hand, but to kind of push you out the nest a little bit and say, you got this. All right. So
Yeah,
shout out to the
Right.
sports
absolutely.
sisters out there.
No, that's fast because not everybody got that. You know what I'm saying? A lot
No,
of
That's
people
a fact.
struggle, try to find their way and
Mm-hmm.
struggle, work the 9 to 5 and then do the side hustle as a hobby or try to build it up on the side. And that's, that could be difficult sometimes or all the time, I should say.
absolutely.
So you're 2 years full-time photographer. Um, that's crazy. That's dope. That's super dope. Were you always into creativeness, being creative, taking pictures and things like that? Or when you said you was in business school, you was in the school and you said, okay, what should I do? What should I pick? Photography, or was it something that you never naturally gravitated towards?
So I've always been a creative. Ever since I was a little girl, it was more of like dance, musical theater, that kind of thing. When I went to high school, I went to musical theater high school in New York. But I never seen that as a full-time career choice. It never dawned on me. Like for me, it was like, oh, you can be a celebrity, singer, that kind of thing. Never like a business career choice type of situation. It was like either this big celebrity type deal or nothing at all. So when
Hmm.
I went to college, it was for business because I didn't see something lifelong with singing and dancing and all that kind of stuff. I did sporadically take pictures here and there, interested in black and white, little film camera, growing up in New York,
Sure.
around the neighborhood, stuff like that. But never as like, oh, I'm gonna do that when I grow up type of situation. Never, ever,
Okay.
ever, ever.
New York,
Um,
what part? What part?
I'm from the
There you
Bronx.
go.
That's where I'm from. Hey,
Really?
yes. I was born in the Bronx and I've been to Virginia just as much time as I lived there. Actually, a little bit more.
Right?
Yeah, so I moved here in 2000.
Okay,
So
okay.
I've been here for 24 years.
All
So
right.
my Bronx stuff is kind of gone. The accent's gone. It's like a mix. When I go up there and talk with people in my family, like it kind of comes back, but then I come back down here and they joke
I've
me
been
all the
gone
time.
for a long time too, though. So I went to
Okay.
college when I was 17 in 2000. So I went to
Mhm.
university in 2000 and came back to New York for a while, maybe like a year or two. Had my
Okay.
son join the military, and I never really like lived back ever since. So it's
Yeah.
kind of the same for me too. Yeah.
Yeah, we visit, rarely. It's nice to visit Manhattan and stuff,
Yeah, yeah,
That's
no, I went
Frank.
in there.
Frank loved meeting fellow New Yorkers.
but yeah, we out here though. We out here. And she's overseas now,
Yeah.
so like we all over the place.
Yeah.
I wanna know about your college experience in entrepreneurship. Like, I didn't know they taught entrepreneurship in college, right? Because I think I would have been interested in that, right? Because I went to school for tech, Frank went to school for tech, but we're still trying to be. So,
Mhm.
how was the experience?
It was interesting. Like I said, when I went to school for it, I quickly realized like, I really need to kind of learn entrepreneurship per se. That's like something that is either in you, right? For me, I feel like it's either in you or it's
Mhm.
not. I mean, they're gonna teach you the basic business stuff. So that's pretty much what it felt like for me. And I was like, this is not really, it's
You
not
weren't feeling
really
it?
yeah, it wasn't given, you know what I'm saying? Because I was always plotting. I'm a planner. So when I went for entrepreneurship, it just seemed very general, very basic. Obviously
Mhm.
it teaches you micro and macroeconomics, all those kinds of things. And so I was like, okay, like, marketing, that kind of stuff. But I was really like plotting. I was like, you know what? Maybe I can do sports management because my brother was a football player, you know? So I started pivoting, thinking about more business ideas than just being in that entrepreneurship degree. I just feel like it's not meant to be a degree.
Right.
That's true. But on the same token, it's like most people, when we come up in the public school systems, we're not pushed towards that entrepreneur
No,
route, right? We're pushed towards
no.
employee job, searching for jobs, working for someone else. So I don't know if that's just maybe the system with its default setting of let's make as many employees as we can, and then we'll get the entrepreneurs. They'll come out and then show out and make it for the most part. But mostly everybody else, y'all gonna be employees, 9 to 5, hustle and bustle, right? Struggle, right?
Yes.
Um, yeah, and that's just
Um,
that.
I think you said it's a last show or whatever. He was like, it's cause some things you just need to learn through experience, right? You can't read about changing a tire. You can read about it, but it does you
Nothing
no
like
good
doing
until
it.
you
Yeah.
actually have to go and touch the tire and do all the other kind of stuff. So, um, what was it like when you first got into like photography? Like, when did you know that was your it thing?
It was strategic. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't like, oh, I want to be a photographer type of situation. With
Right.
me, everything is strategic. So, when I got out the Navy and I wanted to get into business, as far as like owning a business, like I said, I've always knew I wanted to own a business. Shout out to my mom for always like having bake sales in front of my stoop in the Bronx and doing all
Hey,
types of things. She was a true OG, was like, come on, let's go make some money outside. So
there
shout
you
out to her
go.
for that. Because
Mm-hmm.
like I said, everybody is not made to feel like they can be a business owner. It's always employees. But my mom instilled that in us early, and it wasn't intentional, right? She didn't do it on purpose. It was something for her to do with her children. But
Right.
shout out to her for that. But for me, it was like, it wasn't photography, it was business in general. So it's like Jay-Z said, I could sell water to a whale. I feel like I could take
That's right.
any little thing and turn it into a business. And with photography, I was like, dang, I gotta do this marketing material for this. I gotta do ads for Facebook. I gotta do ads for Instagram. I gotta pay a photographer. I gotta pay a video person. That was my
Right.
mindset.
Marketing,
I was like,
advertising. Yeah.
yeah, I was like, I need a skill. I need like another little artsy skill that I can do.
Mm-hmm.
And I still have my GI Bill. And I was
Word.
like, you know what?
Right.
I'm gonna go learn these skills for myself. So I went actually got a degree in digital photography with a minor in graphic design. So I have a BFA too as well.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I actually took my GI Bill after I got out and utilized it for that. So I can have
Nice.
those skills that is transferable to any type of business. So I can do my
Right.
own graphics. So everything you see on my website itself, I've done every single thing myself.
Ooh, that's dope.
That's fire.
That's super
You hear
Yeah.
that
dope.
confidence, Frank?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's ill. And a lot of people don't know, like, it's one thing being talented, right? Like you could be skilled at with a camera. You
Right.
could be skilled at making music. You could be skilled as a creative. But if
Right.
you're trying to sell something, that whole business side, a lot of people really sleep on that, don't realize it's actually probably more intensive than actually having the talent, right? You know what I'm saying? You could be talented naturally all day, but if you don't have a business machine behind it or someone who knows or learning for yourself, you know what I'm saying? You can't really take off like that. And I feel like that's what a lot of these, when it comes to like creatives and musicians and artists in general, they get taken advantage of by the people that know how to do the business side.
Yes.
But I'm going off and I'm digressing on tangents.
No, but it's so true. That's one of my new missions,
Hmm.
goals, if you want to say, is to teach creatives that you don't have to be a starving artist.
Hmm.
Because it is 80% business, 20% your art. And some of us as creatives get stuck in our art that it becomes just a hobby and doesn't become a business. That's why I've been successful, because I was the business first. Photography was the secondary situation. I came in with the
Right.
business in mind first, vices the art, right? So
No, that's
yeah.
huge. No, that's important.
Did school help with that? Like going to school for business and then taking an entrepreneurship class. Was that the forefront? Like you said, that was the forefront of mind. Of like, I'm gonna start a business, but what kind of business? I'm not quite sure.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Because you have to have those seeds planted, right? So school was very important. That the lessons from my mom were very important. Actually, when I went back to school for photography, I went to the Art Institute of Virginia Beach. And
Hometown.
their curriculum that couple of years that I was there actually was changed by the professors. And I didn't know this until recently, because I sat down and had meetings with them recently because we were doing some things. But the professors there actually constructed that curriculum for like that graduating class, where they
Hmm.
instilled in us branding, where they instilled in us social
Ooh.
media marketing, where they instilled in us actually have like doing stuff like color palette for your brand, actually building your
Huge.
portfolio, doing critiques. And I didn't know, like during that time, our graduating class, that was something that they introduced new to that school.
Mm.
And it worked, because literally everything that I still use in my business, logo, color
Right.
palette, is still the same that I use for my final projects in class. So yeah,
That's
it was
dope.
That's
very
fire. That's
integral
fire.
for yeah.
That's dope. That's ill. Are you looking for a media agency that covers all the creative tasks that make a business successful? Lucid Perspective produces elegant, high-resolution graphics and logos, high-definition and 4K video, complete with treatment concepts and innovative editing. Lucid Perspective provides photography services such as fashion, advertisements, product or service, and aerial photography. We also help businesses build their brands from the ground up with complete campaigns that will make your business attractive to your target audience. We can bring your brand to the masses with our effective and strategic marketing campaigns to include sales funnels, eye-catching advertisements, breakthrough digital marketing through social media, and other digital avenues. Visit lucidperspective.com today. So what we like to do on this show is we try, the show's called Figure Shit Out, right? And we try to inspire people to leave the rat race, maybe transition from employee to a business owner, entrepreneur. Um, I lost my question, but that's cool. It's recording. We can edit this out, right? That's why this isn't live. I hate doing lives. We're gonna
You're
chop
good, but
this up.
since
You
but
will
since we
never know
so
that this
I'm gonna help
happened.
you. I'm gonna help them out because
Go
think
ahead.
about it. The question. So since we are in the transition phase, right? So we both have 9 to 5s, but we do have other things that we're trying to work out or trying to find our footing in. If
Yeah.
you right, Frank, you agree?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. So how would how would you suggest? Matter of fact, you said you teach other people business, how to how to use their business, right? So what are some things that you talk to them about or help them get a handle and understanding of?
Right. So that's something that's new for me that I want to do. For me right now is a lot of side mentorship, right?
Hmm.
You come through my
Mm.
studio. Actually, one of the other businesses that I have is Renaissance Studios, and we have 3 locations in the Hampton Roads area.
Wow.
So one in Norfolk and 2 in Virginia Beach. But my Norfolk location is really where a lot of community creatives come, right? And so for me, it's not it's very informal how I'm teaching, but I'm trying to make that formal education. And it all starts with mindset, I believe. A lot of it, people don't believe that they can turn their, like I said, turn their creativity into a business. Obviously, now we see it with content creation, right? Because that is huge. You cannot run a business and not be on some type of social media platform. Like it's just not gonna, it's not a thing. So teaching the young people first, they're changing their mindset, right? The money mindset. Some of us are afraid to charge.
That's me.
Charge.
I have testimonies. I could give you testimony on that. I was in that boat. Maybe
Yes.
I'm still climbing out, but I'm not as deep as I used to be.
Yes. And that's just saying outright what you charge and walk away, right? What you charge or stay silent. So that is huge. I had to learn that not only as an entrepreneur, but as a woman, because we're naturally nurturers. And so we want to help everybody and all those types of things. Like, oh my God, don't worry about it. I'll take care of you. But I had to set some boundaries and some parameters. Yeah, there's still moments when I do that. Like for me, I just don't charge family. I just don't eat like why? Because you already know how that's gonna go, right? So there's certain you already know that's how it's gonna go. So there's certain things that I've put in place for myself of what I will and will not do. But definitely money mindset, having boundaries, and then definitely going into the different type of bookkeeping, all those types of things, actually being legal. For me, bookkeeping has been huge. I struggle with that. You hear like in the beginning, everybody was like, have your bail team, right? Your banker, your accountant, your lawyer, your insurance. That is true. I don't care how little your business may seem, because you get to a certain point out of nowhere and you like, man, I gotta pay $30,000 in taxes.
It's almost like, and I'm in the same boat, because it's like it's either you pay somebody who knows to do it, or you go through the struggle and teach yourself, and you can save that money, but you're also going to have to deal with that learning curve. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
When you said booking, accounting, and taxes and stuff, like I got PTSD, because I got a handful of businesses. They're not all making money. They're doing all right, but it's like they're separate. And then every year I got to tally up, and I'm horrible at this, and I know that. I don't do it throughout the year. I wait till tax time, and then I get everything. I look back at 12 months bank statements. I'm that type of person. But that's because I haven't trained myself to do it throughout. And I know that's better, but I'm too busy doing other shit. So it's like, I don't know, should we outsource that?
We're trying to do that. We're getting better with that for this business, the media company that we have. Because I too have another business on the side, but it's not as much selling. So I may go out 5 or 6 times a year, right? So that's a little bit easier for me to manage than for me going every weekend or doing stuff like that. Talk about helping your entrepreneurs, the people that you were teaching, niching down, because like I see that you are into wedding photography. Am I wrong?
Yes, I am.
Right. So how did you find your niche, and how do you suggest somebody else go about finding their niche and whatever they want to do?
And there's money in that, right?
Yes,
I mean, people pay for that shit.
Yes.
That's dope.
Again, it's the
She said
Dora
yes.
Breaux. Again, it's the Dora Breaux way. It was very strategic why I picked wedding photography. The main reason was because it is very lucrative in the photography industry, right? Because people are going to pay top dollar for a wedding. At a minimum, if you just say you do basic marketing and your portfolio is okay, at a minimum per wedding, you're probably at least making $1,500, right? That's at a bare minimum per wedding. So just times that by the amount of weekends we have in a year, right? 52 weeks, amount of weekends. That's a pretty decent side hustle, right?
True.
And that's at the minimum of $1,500 one Saturday.
Right.
So imagine if you get to the point where you are doing your average is $4,000 a wedding, just one a weekend. Mind you, you have a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's a pretty chunk of change.
No, and then not even counting like wedding wedding season. Like isn't wedding season like in the summertime, June, July, August?
Right. So in the Hampton Roads, we're kind of pretty special because our weather is bipolar. So for Hampton Roads, for me, personally, I can't speak for everybody else. My wedding season usually starts around March, April, and can go into October. because our weather, it's like in March, it's still kind of like it's nice. Like it starts getting a little bit nice. It's not freezing cold.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we have a lot of indoor wedding venues, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then October is still nice. Like it's not that cold. And so
Right.
we have a really decent wedding season for the Hampton Roads area. So
Dope.
yeah.
So let me ask you about multiplying, right? So let's say, okay, you're one person, you got one camera or several, but you're still one person. So you book a wedding, you price it out, you schedule it. Okay, boom, $4,000 in a weekend, right? What about multiplying? Like, do you have plans to maybe hire on to your studio and have other photographers that can branch out? Or is it something where it's just you right now, you comfortable where you at, you don't really want to bring anybody else on because it's, obviously there's more work. Um, or is it just I'm good with my $4,000 every weekend, every wedding job? You know what I mean?
Well, I love this question because we need to learn as a people how to scale
Mm-hmm.
and how to
Yes, Lord.
scale. You can't do everything by yourself. So yeah, so a
Impossible.
year or two ago, actually, the year I went full time, I think it was that year, I started DBStudios. So Dora Breaux Photography was just me, right? You get me. I'm your lead photographer for your day. Well, I started DBStudio because I was getting a lot of beach weddings during COVID, like a lot, because people couldn't, do anything indoors. So they were having
Mhm.
weddings on the beach. Well, I can't do every single wedding, because they were like
Right.
micro weddings, right? So they'll want 2 hour coverage, 3 hour coverage. And I wasn't turning nothing down. I'm like, it's COVID, nobody making money.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take these little 2, 3 hour weddings, you know what I'm saying? So, but I knew I couldn't do it by myself. Well, there's a lot of photographers that don't have the opportunity. So I'm doing the marketing, I'm doing everything, but I can't be everywhere. Okay, yeah, Dora needs associate photographers. And so that's exactly what I did. And I still have my associate team today. If you guys do go to dbstudiova.com, you can
Do
see
that.
their faces up there. Um, it's an all-female team. I have one male associate photographer, but yeah, absolutely. I have a female associate team. Obviously, the pricing is a little bit cheaper on that end because you're not getting me. You're not getting my bubbly personality on your wedding day. You're gonna get one of my associates. But the work is still quality. The editing and all that is still done by me. The marketing material is still done by me. They're just coming out as an hourly for hourly pay, and they're doing their portion, turning those cards over to me. And so yeah, great question. I do that
Yeah,
because
and
I'm trying to scale.
this site is super clean.
Thank
Super,
you.
super,
Super
I did
super
it
clean. I said
clean.
that
myself.
when I went up there. Yeah,
Let's
yeah, yeah. We like
go.
that.
Okay.
We make websites too, so we appreciate a good site when we come across it.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's real
I
clean. Black
pride
and
myself
white.
on my little website.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, yeah,
clean.
yeah,
It's not too
yeah.
many colors. It's just, yeah, it's dope. I was looking for the your other photographers. Oh, here they go. Wait, no, maybe not.
Yeah, if you
Found it.
go to weddings on there, so it's like services and then weddings, you'll see the team at the bottom.
There you go.
Hi, I'm King Arthur, founder of Novel Views Tech, where we prepare children aged 10 to 17 for a future shaped by advanced technology. Our curriculum dives into fields like robotics, nanotechnology, quantum computing, and more. But what really brings learning to life are our bi-monthly, Exploring the Future of Technology, webinars, hosted by industry experts. These webinars aren't just lectures, they're interactive discussions that connect your child to the pulse of the tech world, creating a learning experience that goes beyond the classroom. We offer a money-back guarantee to ensure you're completely satisfied. Equip your child with the skills to not just adapt, but to innovate and lead in the future. Join us at Novel Views, Tech, and let's build their future, today.
Oh yeah,
All right,
that's
so
dope.
talk
That's dope.
about I guess managing the associates, right? Because like you said, everybody wants DB, everybody wants Dora, everybody wants the experience, right? How do you
Right.
kind of convey that to your associates to say, hey, this is how we operate over here?
Right. So every single one of my associates have worked with me for like the past 2 years. So
Okay.
they kind of know what I want shot So what kind of images I'm looking for, what kind of quality of images I'm looking for. They've been like my second photographer. So they've been with me on wedding days where they see my personality with my clients, because the way I am with my clients is a little bit different than who I am kind of in person. I'm super introverted, but when I'm around my clients on their wedding day, I gotta be like, hey, you know what I'm saying?
Man,
like that kind of thing.
just
So they
start
already
shining.
Exactly. So they already know like, okay, Dora is like this. They know how I like them to dress, right? Because
Okay.
that's important. Appearance is important.
Oh,
So,
facts.
we do black clothing, depending on if it's a formal or informal wedding. So they have their attire where I have them do that kind of thing. So my photographers have been with me for a while. I didn't just put anybody up there and say, hey, they're going to be a part of my associate team. I did do that in the beginning because my weddings were coming so quickly during COVID. So it was like my trial run, right? And there was some good ones, there was some bad ones. But but at least it was for them the 2 hour weddings. These women that you see up there slash male that is not up there yet, I have to get his photo up there. They can literally go and do a full 6 hour to 10 hour wedding for me.
That's
Yeah.
dope. Well,
Okay.
I want to ask this because
What's up?
this is huge, right? Like being able to multiply, find the right people, find good people, talented
Right.
people. Do you have, because we're in that boat too, right? What our business has been trying to just expand and scale. Do you have a formula for finding your people? You know what I'm saying? Is there like a website, networking, people that you know, friends of friends, or like how do you, what's the first step to trying to find your people that can work with you, can vibe with you so you can scale your business?
For me, it was the initial working with me initially, right? So, like I said, every single one of them were my second photographer or an assistant with me prior to me saying, okay, I know I feel secure in you doing a wedding by yourself. They all literally work with me. They all were a referral. They all, somebody said me, hey, so-and-so is good. Why don't you ask her to come out or whatever? They were all like that. We were all really good friends now, but it started off as them actually coming to work with me.
Okay,
Like,
so like an internship, you started like
yep.
that first group, and then okay, if they were good, you kept them. If they were bad, okay.
Yep, they moved on. Yep.
I got problems with like quality of work sometimes.
I
So how
get
did you
that with
deal with
my
that?
studio. My
Uh,
studio that I run, Renaissance,
uh,
you can go to that too, it's renaissanceva.com. I get that a lot
what is it?
because
I'm sorry.
renaissanceva.com.
Yeah, all right. Are you
So
in run a set?
yeah,
SET?
rent, like rent, RENT,
Oh,
the
rent.
letter A, set, SETVA.com.
Okay,
Rent a set.
I was
Okay.
going to run a set.
Yeah.
Rent a set. Okay, got you.
So I get that a lot with that with that business because we get a lot of young people, college students. The turnover has been, and I've only owned Renaissance since last August. The turnover has been crazy because the quality of individuals is just like, I don't know what's going on.
Y'all the
People don't
same.
want to work. They don't want to put in effort. Yeah, that's
And
been, I get it.
and as a creative, it's hard because you know how you like things, you
Man.
know how you like things to look, colors, or just aesthetics. And it's like it may not be when someone turns something over to you, it may not be wrong. You just don't like it, right? But if
Right,
your name is on it, your brand is on it, it has to represent you. You
right.
know what I'm saying? So that I get that difficulty. Like is one of the worst
Yeah.
Well,
things, isn't it, King?
talk
He
to
knows.
talk to me because
He
I'm not
knows.
that guy. So me and him, me and him are yin and yang. Literally, right? He is quality, 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 quality. I am quantity, quantity. I'm trying to put something out, trying to get stuff done. I need
Please
work. We
help
need
me.
content.
Help me.
He's like, bro, it gotta look
Yeah.
pristine. It got to look immaculate. It got to be glossing and shining and vibrant. I'm like, so what helped me, I guess, understand the quality over the quantity, because I'm a quantity type of guy, right? And it sounds like
Um,
you're a quality type of woman.
I am a quality, but I've learned to meet in the middle. And the reason why I've learned, and this is recently, this ain't been like
Hmm.
on my life kind of situation. I'm very quality. Like I'm very like, I want it to look like, even with my husband and my children, like it gotta be, you know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
But I have learned to meet in the middle because that sense of wanting quality and everything to be perfect can stagger us, can get us stuck. You know, we waiting for that vlog to be perfect. We wait for that blog post to be perfect. We wait for that photo to be perfect. We wait for that marketing material to be perfect, and we procrastinate and we never get it out. And I had to learn that, like, okay, Dora. Oh, and now I've been passing on the buck. I've been outsourcing too. That's my new 2024 mission and goal, is to also outsource. Okay, Dora. Oh, to one of my employees, that look good. Move that over here. Okay, cool. You got it. Post it. I've been letting go and letting God. Like, seriously, because I was being in my own way because I wanted everything to be so perfect. And I had to start to let go and let God. Why am I paying this person over here money? Why am I paying this bookkeeper? Why am I paying this social media manager? Why am I paying these employees? And I'm not letting them do what I'm paying them to do, right?
True.
And me having to feel like I have to do quality assurance on every little thing.
That's a lot.
So yeah, it's a lot.
I have been letting go. Me and King, we go back and forth, and I've been letting go. You know what I'm saying? So, so I'm getting better. King, you know, we're
getting better.
And
so when he points out stuff, I'm like, bro, there's no way. Like I felt good about what I posted or what I've done. He'd come and say this on the caption, the word was misspelled, and I'm like, dog, I didn't even get out of here.
We are kindred spirits, because I'll be looking at people's posts and was like, that A don't belong there. They need to go fix that. I want to go tell them. I want to.
And I'm the type, like, when I do it, you know, I'll take the time, and, you know, I'm not perfect, right? So I'll probably put something out with a typo or whatever. But if I see it, I'm fixing it. My mind, I can't allow it to live. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to die. You got to be corrected. And even still, even after the fact, after post, even with videos, and King don't know, because when I go through this, I'll bounce a whole video, an hour-long video, and something will be wrong, and I'll go back and fix it and then rebounce it again. I've done that so many times, is ridiculous. I can't even count. But that's just me. If I see it, I can't allow it. You know what I'm saying?
He's trained me to double look at stuff. He's trained me to.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, to double check. But I will miss something because I'm like, I done scheduled out 30 posts for the next 7 days. Leave me alone.
That's cool. You have to find a balance, and that's why you guys have each other. For me, and that's a blessing. I don't have that other half. Yes, I have my husband, very supportive, but he's not an entrepreneur. He's not in my realm. He kind of doesn't want to be. You know what I'm saying? He's there as my support system, my rock. So he's good for that. I am really very much a solopreneur. Even though I have employees, there is no one that's like, okay, that's checking behind me, like how you guys are checking behind each other. So that's a blessing. I'm trying to find that person. But yeah, you guys are lucky to have that, because some of us don't. We out here. And
I appreciate King, because there's a lot of times, like, I'll give you props. There's a lot of stuff that we've done that if you was waiting on me, like she said, it probably would have took longer. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, let's go. And I'm like pulling back, you know, so there's like the balance there is kind of decent. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So it's not all bad.
What would your other half look like? What would your partner or your teammate look like?
It'd probably be you. So I need that person. Like, okay, let's go. 30 post schedule. Like, for me, it's like, okay, I got all the content. It's in the phone. You know what I'm saying? The you version for me would be like, Dora, all right, all that content, we got 30 posts ready to go. Boom, here we go. At this point in where I am in my business, I won't even look at those 30 posts because I already know how I am. Because if I look at those 30 posts and there's a typo, I'm going to be like, take that down. But at this point in where I am, I'm not going to even look, right? That's going to be his or hers domain. But I got all the content they need. I got the pretty content, I got the photos and everything that's in the phones and on the cameras. And I'm just going to be like, here, pass the buck. It would be a you, right? That person is just getting out there, getting the activity done, doing the action. Okay? Doing
execution. Execution. And I don't look. I look sometimes, but I don't look all the time.
Creep like this.
Right. Just a quick little peek, like, oh, okay, girl, you got it.
It's all good.
Yeah, so yeah, that's what I need. I need a you. I need the other half of you guys. Yes.
That is super dope.
It makes me feel a little better. We do trust each other, so that's really good. And it does help. Does help that we are not the same person. This is my second podcast. This is my second podcast, and my other partner, we were the same. We were the exact same. And it didn't. We just didn't want to do the things we didn't want to do, but we both want to do the same thing. So that's kind of how that went. So
You need your
Yeah.
polar opposite, right? That's why we have yin and yang. In marriages and all that kind of stuff. Like you need that other person. You just do.
It is now 2023, going on 2024. Why don't you have a VPN? Only for a limited time, go to piavpn.com/cyberbunny. You could get 83% off the PIA VPN. What is a VPN? VPN is basically software that's used to hide an end user information such as IP address, location, private data they may be transferring over the internet, identifiable information such as their devices they're using from being spied on, from hackers, governments, internet service providers, anybody out there who wants to steal your data for their own personal gain. That's basically what a VPN does. If you want to take advantage of this discount, go to piavpn.com/cyberbunny. Go there now, sign up, tell them I sent you, get your software, get it installed on your laptops, on your mobile phones, on your tablets, any device that connects to the internet, get it installed on there. Get protected, go now. Do you just specialize in weddings, or do you do like events and other type of photography, like fashion, or personal photo shoots for people, branding and stuff like that?
Absolutely. So, of course, with Dora Breaux Photography and DBStudio, I separate the two just for branding purposes. I don't want someone who's looking for a branding shoot or anything like that to go to DoraBreauxPhoto and see just like the wedding stuff. So, because when you're planning a wedding, you don't care about any of that. You just want to see wedding stuff. And so I separate that. So if you go to DBStudiosVA.com and you see like, you'll go on info or portfolio and you'll see like branding, all that kind of stuff. Yes, I do maternity sessions. I do events, specialize in branding, headshots, all those types of things, graduation. So I am a portrait photographer as well. So usually when people tell people about me, I'm a wedding and portrait photographer.
Okay, that's dope. Yeah, me and the wife, you might want to come get some headshots. We got a podcast we started. We're like 5 episodes in. We got to get some work done.
Okay, yeah.
That'll be dope.
Absolutely.
How long you out there? I don't know if we could talk about, this could be like sidebar.
So I'm here for about like 10 days. I have to go home because of course I have weddings. It's wedding season.
Yeah.
So I'm here for like 10. Yeah, I just got here well, what you may consider yesterday, because today is Wednesday here.
Oh yeah.
When are you, Dora?
I'm in Bahrain.
I said when. When are you? Like, are you in today or yesterday?
It's like 5 a.m.
Yeah. I'm in Wednesday. Okay, I'm in Wednesday.
Right.
She's in the future. She's talking to us from the future. We're in the past.
I'm in the future. And
it's like 5 a.m. Her day's starting, and after this, our day's over.
Yes,
for sure.
But I love it when I come here. I get so much work done when I'm here. Because
people bother you?
Yeah, like my husband, he goes to work and I'm here clicking away doing marketing. Like I get so much work done here compared to at home because the days are different. I mean, like the time zone is different, so it's funny how that works.
What's the future for DBStudios? Like, do you have like a 5-year plan, a 10-year plan? Is this something temporary for now and then you get bored, you're going to sell it, or is this going to be like a lifelong company that you're working on forever?
Love it. I love that question because me and my husband were just talking about this. So for me, I'm in my 40s, so I don't see myself photographing weddings forever, right? That's the reason why I started DBStudios. So that part will be taken care of. My husband's retiring next year from the military. I kind of want to retire soon with him. But I love doing weddings. I really, really do. But for me, I want it to be more of like doing 10 to 15 a year at a higher value price investment for the client versus doing 20, 30 per year, right? So that's kind of how I see that. And then being able to fade out and then it just be the associate studio. One of the reasons why I did purchase Renaissance is because I see a huge future in it. So my goal is to have Renaissance all over in different cities that are not major cities, right? So not the Phillies, not the New Yorks, not the Atlantas, where they have something similar to what I have with Renaissance, but the smaller cities that are comparable to like a Hampton Roads area, right? That don't really have those types of rental spaces, especially at an hour minimum of rental, because that's our minimum for you to rent our space. for the creative freelancer, right? So if you're up and coming artist, makeup artist, novice photographer, etc., you can come utilize our space for an affordable rate at 1 hour to build yourself. So of course we have a podcast space, we have a beauty room, so that's my goal, is to have that all in not all over, obviously, but in different cities. So that is like me and my husband's. Well, my future plan is to grow Renaissance. He's there to help me with it. He was actually the one that pushed me to purchase Renaissance. But I see that, in different cities, and then getting into education is huge for me. Like, I want to teach people how to not to be a starving artist, at least making 6 figures, because I was able to do it. I'm still doing it.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's dope.
That's super dope.
So I think our final question is kind of in line with what you were just talking about, right? So we started the show off with what's your figuring shit out moment. So now we're gonna end it off with, what is something you're trying to figure out now, like moving forward?
How to let go, let God, and which means outsource. I believe that is the key to life. That is the key to your household. That is the key to your business, is to outsource. I literally go to conferences every year because I believe in education that wholeheartedly. And every time I go, how these people survive or are making 6-figure plus is literally they outsource. Outsource you do not want to do. Outsource a thing that you don't have time to do. If you ask any millionaire, billionaire, they don't do, they have the ideas. They don't do nothing else.
They got a team. They got people working for them everywhere, all their businesses.
Smarter than them, everything. So that is that's what has been my figure shit out moment, is like, okay, I have to outsource. And I literally just hired 2 people, right? My bookkeeper, which was super essential because my taxes was looking crazy, right? I was making money, working a full-time job in the government, have a husband who has a full-time job.
And I balling.
But
taxes are eating that shit up.
Yeah. We was balling, but I wasn't paying attention to my business money, right? Because I didn't need to use it, but not knowing that money sitting in a bank is not good, right? You have to reinvest it. You have to itemize. You have to do all the things. Exactly.
Find deductions. They out there. Find them.
Absolutely. So I hired a bookkeeper. That was key, not only for my business, but for me and my husband personally, right? Because that kind of goes hand in hand. So I outsourced that. I've outsourced my social media. Shout out to Upwork. They need to sponsor me, right? Because I found
both of us. I'm with it.
Yeah.
A professional young lady. She's out of Africa, of course, the continent of Africa. And she is doing my social media right now. She has my content plan, all the things. So
maybe we could use her.
$5 an hour.
She's still taking jobs. Oh Jesus.
Yep.
That's
offline. I can figure out that link real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
She mentioned outsourcing, and so I listened to this lady named Elaine Wilder. She's a high ticket sales coach or whatever. And she was like, one thing that she did when she got up there, like when she was like, she seen herself cleaning dishes and cooking. She was like, I can't taking time from me and my business. So she ended up hiring a maid and somebody to cook, and she was like, that's like the best thing she's ever done. And she said it.
And you employing somebody
for the money she was making. You employing somebody, but the money she was making didn't equate to her doing those things anymore, because it was just a time suck, I guess. Right? That's how she called it. So she got her maid, she got her a cook, and she was like, man, now I get to spend more time with the family. Now I get to spend more time with the business. And that's 1 or 2 things off my shoulders that I don't have to think about or worry about or care about, because I know it's going to get done at a decent quality. So I like that.
Time is money, and we don't believe in that, especially women. That's what I'm saying. Women entrepreneurs, we don't believe in, especially in the household, giving those reins away, right? We believe that we're supposed to be doing those things, cooking for our children and our husband, making sure the house is clean, all those types of things. And where I am too, where she probably was in my career and in my path as an entrepreneur, those are things that I'm about to give up too. I already have a landscaper that we hire. I had someone clean my house, and that was on a monthly basis, but it's about to go to two times a month. those types of things. Like, that's real. It's not about being bougie. It's not about any of those things. It's out of necessity because you don't have time. I'm wearing so many hats as an entrepreneur.
Right.
I don't have time for those things, but I do want to sit down with my family and have a nice meal. So why not
Thanks.
hire, a private chef? It don't have to be every day. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be every day. Why don't, I do want to come home. When you have a clean house and everything is organized, you, as an entrepreneur, you actually could come home and do a lot because you feel at peace, right?
Yes,
So you
yes,
come home,
facts.
house smell good. I'm getting on that computer. I'm working. I want to work. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to worry about doing that. So yes,
I'm
absolutely.
doing that with I hate cutting grass. It's therapeutic, but at the same time, it's such a, like you said, a time suck. I've been paying somebody to do my grass
Yeah.
for the past year now. So much time added. Like you be out there for fucking hours,
Hours.
cutting, trimming, doing all that shit, and sweating. You know what I'm saying? And at some points, it was therapeutic because like I'm out there chilling, doing it. But I don't miss it. Since I've been paying this dude to come do it, I don't miss that
Right.
shit. And when he's out
Right.
there fucking doing, he's getting paid for it or whatever. But I'm in the house in the AC doing something else. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I get that.
Productive.
Yeah. I can't imagine going back. I'm gonna start my lawnmower and all my shit and be like, somebody take this shit from me. Because I'm never cutting
Absolutely.
grass again.
Give it to the long guy.
Oh, he good. He got
It's
his
nice
stuff.
on the other side. It's nice
Yeah.
on the other side of outsourcing.
Mhm. Yeah, so we're gonna
I
take
need
that
to get
nugget. Yeah, we gotta do that some
Yeah,
more.
for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Dora Breaux, we appreciate you coming through.
Thank you for having
Shout out to the
me.
support sisters again.
Dope.
Right there, special. She need her other half, so if you her other half, hit her up. Right, if you need a wedding, some photography done, hit her up. And if you're looking to rent a set, right, or just want to learn more about her, reach out to her. I'm sure your Instagram is your same name, right, Dora Breaux?
Yep, DoraBreauxPhoto.
DoraBreauxPhoto. The website is, what is it, Frank?
The website, we
DoraBreaux.com.
got you got DBStudiosVA.com and then rentasetva.com. These are gonna be in the description. We're gonna have all the links.
Yes.
Everything's gonna be there. So check her out.
Yes,
Wedding photography, branding, all that stuff. We
you.
appreciate you. It's super dope.
Thank you guys for having
Yes,
me.
ma'am.
I truly appreciate this. Podcasts like this are needed.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, we trying. We're gonna keep going.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Right.
Yeah.
Good night or good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
We'll catch you later. Thank you so
All right.
much. All right.
Thank you.
Bye.